Some big news today in a surprising new development in this presidential election. Today, Donald Trump made a last-minute trip to Mexico to meet with Mexican President Enrique Peña. You just know that as soon as Trump crossed into Mexico, even Hillary Clinton was like, OK, let's get cracking on that wall. Chop, chop, let's start the ground up. Speaking of the wall, there's already some controversy because the Mexican president is saying that he told Trump that Mexico would not pay for the wall, while Trump says they never discussed who would pay for it. Now, in Trump's defense, who's ever gone down to Mexico and remembered what they did? Or what they said? I mean, but Trump... It's so odd that he even went, because Trump said so many nasty things about Mexico, it's a surprising move to go there now. Do you know what I mean? It's like if his ultra-conservative running mate, Mike Pence, suddenly decided to go on a pub crawl to the bars Bottoms Up, the Rainbow Rod and the Fist of Fire. I haven't been to the Fist of Fire in ages. Have you, Reg? It's a
wonderful place.
Great bar. But speaking of Mike Pence, he's been making the rounds on the morning shows to talk about Trump's immigration plan. But when Norah O'Donnell asked him for specifics about the plan on CBS this morning, he refused to give any details and gave lots of answers like this one.
What you will hear tonight from Donald Trump is a very clear articulation of the very same principles he articulated in the course of the primary.
Did he just say that Trump is going to articulate the principles he articulated? I don't think Mike Pence knows what Donald Trump's plan is. Like, they're like a couple who've separated but haven't told their friends so they can keep up appearances. Like, Mike Pence is like, Donald's going to Mexico? Yes, of course I knew that. But if you're feeling frustrated with Trump's Mexico antics and you're not quite sold on Hillary Clinton, luckily, there's another presidential candidate who's been making her voice heard, and that's Green Party candidate Jill Stein. Now, if you don't know who Jill Stein is, just picture Bernie Sanders, and now picture the woman in the back of his rally selling dream catchers. That's Jill Stein, right? And Jill has been very active on social media, and she's been really trying to appeal to millennials. And this weekend, she posted a tweet lamenting the death of the Cincinnati zoo gorilla Harambe, who was put down by zookeepers when a child fell into his enclosure. Let's take a look at the tweet. She posted this the weekend. She said, "The killing of Harambe 3 months ago today reminds us to be a voice for the voiceless." Which seems like a bizarre thing for a presidential candidate to tweet, and the responses seem to agree with that, and these are real, right? The first response just said, "No, delete this, Jill." And then another one said, "This isn't even in the top 15 most problematic things she's ever said, though." And that was just from her 2 children. Like, lots of voters have been saying repeatedly, we need a third-party option. And after seeing Jill Stein's Harambe tweet, they were like, we could probably use a 4th-party option. A weird twist in all this is that this comes on the news that Jill Stein, and this is true, is actually losing to Harambe the gorilla in a national presidential poll. Harambe's not even a candidate. He's not even alive. You know, this reminds me when I said there's an old saying in politics, and I think it was Herbert Hoover who actually said back in 1929, if you're losing to a deceased gorilla, things aren't going great. But people were really furious about this Harambe tweet. One poster wrote, "Oh my God, is this your trick for getting millennials?" And I don't know, maybe this guy has a point about her pandering to millennials. Check out some of the other things Jill Stein started posting. This is how she announced her new Labour policy. This is her new campaign slogan. And this is her new running mate.